Welcome. To my channel, I teach you how to become the kind of man who not only attracts the woman of your dreams, but also commands her respect and admiration. Today we're talking about a topic that many people get wrong: how to make your crush chase after you by using a subtle approach, ignoring her the right way. Now, I know this might sound strange at first. After all, most advice out there is about chasing after the woman you want, being constantly available, and doing everything to get her attention. But I'm here to tell you there's a much more effective and sophisticated way to create attraction that actually makes her want to pursue you. Whether you're dealing with a partner who's grown distant, you're recovering from a breakup, or you're simply captivated by a woman who doesn't seem to notice you, the principles I'm about to share will get her thinking about you more than ever before. And no, I'm not talking about using magic, tricks, or manipulative tactics. I'm talking about genuine strategies based on human psychology that create a natural sense of intrigue, mystery, and ultimately, attraction. Before we jump into the steps, let's talk about a concept in relationships that is often misunderstood: contempt. But let me be clear, when I say contempt, I don't mean being rude, cold, or hurtful. I'm not talking about treating her poorly or disrespecting her in any way. That will only push her away. What I mean is a subtle, authentic disregard that taps into something deeper in human nature: her pride, her curiosity, and her desire to win your attention. It's about creating a dynamic where you're not constantly at her disposal, but rather a bit mysterious, a bit elusive. And this works wonders for sparking her interest. So, without further ado, let me guide you through 3 powerful steps that will have her chasing after you in ways you've never imagined. Step 1. Redirect your focus. Stop seeking her out and start focusing on yourself. Now, I know it's tempting to always reach out, to always stay in touch, especially when you're really into someone. But here's the truth: if you're always in her face, always available to talk, she'll never have the chance to miss you. In fact, your constant presence might make her take you for granted. The key here is distance. And no, that doesn't mean being rude or shutting her out completely. It means redirecting your attention to your own life and passions. When you stop putting all your energy into her, something magical happens. She starts noticing your absence and wonders why you're not around as much. Think about it. When you stop chasing her, you're subconsciously telling her that you have your own life, your own interests, and your own passions. This will naturally make her feel that there's something missing when you're not there, and she'll start to wonder about you more often. So, here's what you do. Shift your focus onto yourself. Invest time in activities that bring you joy, whether it's hitting the gym, pursuing hobbies, spending time with friends, or just exploring new things on your own. The more you show her that you're fulfilled and confident without her, the more your value increases in her eyes. When you do connect with her, don't just talk about the everyday stuff. Share meaningful experiences that show her you're living a full and interesting life. This creates an air of mystery, and it's this intrigue that will make her want to learn more about you. Step 2. Create space. Let her miss you. Now that you've shifted your focus onto yourself, it's time to let her miss you. Creating space for her to feel your absence is crucial. We all know that when someone is constantly around, they can be taken for granted. But when you're not always available, it builds up a sense of longing. Why does this work? Because people naturally value what they can't always have. When you're too easy to access, you become less interesting. But when you give her room to miss you, she begins to feel the void, and that void is powerful. This doesn't mean playing games or pretending you're too busy for her. No, it's about finding a balance between being present and giving her some space. Let's talk about social media, for example. If you're always liking her posts, always watching her stories, always engaging with everything she shares, it signals that she's always on your mind. Instead, take a step back, skip a few stories, avoid reacting to every post, and focus on your own life. This subtle shift in behavior makes it clear that you're not always tracking her every move. When she sees you living your life without her constant presence, she'll become increasingly curious about what you're up to. This curiosity is what makes her start to think about you more, and eventually, to miss you. Step 3. Be a little difficult to reach. Add a little challenge. At this point, she's starting to feel your absence and is beginning to miss you. Now it's time to take it up a notch. Add a bit of challenge to the dynamic. When she reaches out or invites you to meet up, don't jump at the opportunity immediately. Instead, take a moment, check your schedule. Mention that you might have other plans, and let her know you're not always available. This doesn't mean you should play hard to get just for the sake of it. The key is to show her that your time is valuable and that you have a fulfilling life outside of her. When she sees that you're not always at her disposal, she'll start appreciating your time more. Another way to keep things intriguing is by keeping some mystery in your responses. Instead of revealing too much about your plans, say things like, "I've got something exciting planned, but I'll let you know later." This sparks her imagination and makes her wonder what you're up to. It's also important not to always be available for her on a whim. Occasionally reschedule or delay plans, not all the time, just once in a while, so that she learns your time is precious. This creates a sense of anticipation for your next meeting and makes her look forward to the moments you spend together even more. Making every moment count. When you've built anticipation and created this sense of mystery, the next time you meet, make it count. Be confident, be authentic, and make sure every moment you spend together is memorable. Show her that you're worth pursuing and leave her with a sense of longing for the next time you connect. Remember, the ultimate goal here is mutual respect. This isn't about manipulating anyone or playing emotional games. It's about creating a dynamic where she naturally feels the urge